If beauty wasn't something you chased, but something you chose. Hello everyone, welcome to yet another episode of Women Talk with me, Nadia, Azmi. Now today's topic is probably something all of you can relate to. Now when was the last time you photoshopped a picture of yourself or used all those filter features in your phone to take a picture of yourself or of, you and your friends? Well, from decades ago to what we are in today, to the world of social media, beauty has always changed with what we define as being perfect. Now, powdered faces, supermodels, filters, as I've mentioned, every generation has its own idea of what beauty is and what the standards are. And now we have the magical touch of artificial intelligence, or AI. So how has technology and AI influenced the beauty industry? How has it impacted the way we perceive beauty and the beauty standards? So today we're asking the big question, are we ready to let go of old beauty rules and start making our own? And today with us in the studio we have Camelia Nisha, a beauty entrepreneur. We can see the beauty radiating from yourself inside the studio. Welcome and thank you for being in Women Talk, Camelia.
Thank you.
Yes, and next to Camelia we have Hanisha Hani. She's an actress, a model, so it's great to have you here as well. I love your smile, love the spirit that we're showing so far at the beginning of the show. So thank you for being here today, Hanisha.
Thank you for having me
Yes,
here.
So to the both of you, how would you define beauty in your own words, with your own, in your own thoughts? How would you define? Can I start with Hanisha?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I think for me, beauty is, if you ask me, beauty is about being yourself. Nothing is more beautiful seeing a person who is comfortable in their own skin, in their own style, fashion, in their own ways of thinking or way of living. It's nice to see them just enjoying life.
So it's not just the physical aspects,
No, it's not. For me, beauty, when you do that, when you're just enjoying life and being yourself, the beauty from within just like blooms within you.
Yes.
And I think it's the aura that everyone is wanting. It's not just like, pretty face.
Yeah.
It's the aura that everyone is wanting so bad, but they don't really get it.
The colors that surround you.
Because they're actually going towards something that is not how you're going to receive all this aura or this energy. The way you want to get this energy and aura is by believing in yourself and just loving yourself.
So it's all about positivity,
and
spreading
that's how you
positive
look.
vibes, and it is infectious. So it also relates, or it depends on who you mingle around with, who you hang out with, in order for you to gain that kind of energy and spirit. And that to you is beauty, Hanisha.
Yes.
That's a beautiful definition of beauty. What about you, Camelia? How would you define or describe beauty?
I think beauty is, I actually agree with what Hanisha said. It is being your authentic self.
Yeah.
It is being confident. It is being comfortable in your own skin. It is, beauty is something that just radiates from you. And it's not just about physically, but it's about what you're passionate about. It's about, what you talk about, what you think about.
So our thoughts, our ideas, our opinions matter as well.
Yes.
So we're living in a world where the camera is always at our hands. We're always taking pictures of not just sceneries and surroundings, but of ourselves. And that really affects how we feel about how we look. But how do we draw that line? Because as we know, beauty standards are evolving. Like for this year, 2025, we have seen the growing influence of AI filters, augmented reality, digital avatars. We're all using that. And maybe it's from the right place, from the right intentions and all that. But that could also have its downsides. What do you think, Hanisha?
Yeah, I think definitely. Personally, I've known so many of my friends who use filter, who edits or photoshops their
It's hard
face.
to avoid.
I've seen my best friend edit my picture, and I was like, you can do that? Really?
So is that amazement with technology? That's one element of it.
It is.
And then the second part, we're like amazed. Wow, I look amazing, right?
And amazing, and honestly, if you ask me, it looks weird because I don't think that's normal. If you do that, for me, it doesn't look normal. Suddenly, my body posture, it doesn't look right for me in my eyes.
Okay.
Yeah, but then it is fun to use all this technology, filters or AI, just to see like, oh, if I use this, and okay, if I was a mermaid, I look like this. If I was an avatar, oh, I look like this. It's fun. But there is time that I did feel a bit insecure.
Yes.
When it's like, without the filters, suddenly my face is not that flawless. I'm starting to get worried. I'm starting to like overthink about what should I add into my skincare so that my face is much more poreless or much more flawless.
Yes.
But then that's not real.
Because sometimes we normalize the AI look of us, the polished or refined look of us that we are not used to seeing the real us, the normal face of us. But we want to also know about Camilla's thoughts on how she promotes beauty products and also while maintaining authenticity that you've mentioned before, but not yet. We want to hear from you after this short break, so don't go away. Welcome back to Women Talk, where we are talking about the evolution of beauty standards. We are still here with Hanisha. She's a model and actress, and also Camilla, who is a beauty entrepreneur. So I want to ask Camilla, you sell all of your beauty products, you promote beauty, enhancing your look and everything. But at the same time, you did define beauty as staying true to yourself, being authentic.
What we do is we constantly remind our followers that, how do we say this? We do not push a kind of idea that you need our products in order to be beautiful. You already are beautiful, but whatever we launch, this is what you can use to enhance what is already there.
Yeah.
So the concept is enhancing and not erasing.
And not changing as well.
Yes.
You don't want to change the way you look.
Yeah.
Everyone has their own identity, their own creativity. So you stay with that, you maintain that. You're nodding, Hanisha. But in your line especially, you're a public figure, you're an actress, you're on TV and on social media. Have you ever felt like, okay, you felt visible, you're out there, but not fully accepted for who you are? Since we're talking about staying authentic, right?
Yeah, definitely. I think it will be in the beginning of my career, definitely, because when I started doing modeling back in 2015, those days, it was a really big trend and like a really hot thing if you are mixed with white or you have fair skin.
Yeah.
Those, if you have that package, it was so easy for you to get jobs, so easy for you to get this and that. And then when I wanted to start my name in the industry, every makeup artist didn't have my shade.
Oh no.
Up till 2018, then the trend started to change, the wave started to change. So during those few periods of year, I was invincible. But I had to keep on going and going because I just wanted to show them, like, hey, there's other skin colors in this country as well.
Yes.
Hello, it's time to wake up.
What do you think shifted? We're talking about the evolution of beauty standards. Public acceptance has changed. What people perceive as being beautiful also has changed. What do you think has happened throughout the years?
I think that I would have to thank social media. Because with social media, I think people is much more aware, or they can actually see a different side of the world other than our own country. So when they start to this is how Americans look like, or this is how other races look like. So they start to see colors and shape and sizes. So I think that's when the fashion and trend and beauty standards started to change because of this awareness going on social media, which I am very happy. But still, the downfall of having too much social media is very, very high these days. Like, everyone is so insecure with everything that they see on social media.
on the bright side, people are accepting the fact that beauty comes in all forms, shapes and sizes. It's very diverse. And for you, Camelia, you have inspired a lot of young women as a very young entrepreneur. And then you also very much love your Malay roots. You hone in on it and you love the skin that you are in. So what does belonging mean to you, especially as you grow on your platform, as you're more visible to others? What does belonging mean to you?
Okay, so I think it's important to showcase, especially our culture, our languages to the world. Like Hanisha said, sekarang ada social media kan? So we need to be proud as Malaysians. We can show all the various cultures, all the various skin tones, the languages, the lingos. We have a platform. So I think in order for, us to be more visible, to showcase the diversity of Malaysia, we can really show that on our platform.
Have you ever felt that you are not beautiful enough? There's a song, siapa bilang gadis Melayu tak cantik? Have you ever felt, because of the background of who you are, that you weren't enough for society to accept you?
I see. So actually I have. Can I share? Because last time when I was a teenager, I actually started as print ad model and commercial model. I tried to venture into catwalk juga. So during that time, that space really was quite challenging.
Okay.
Because, how to say, I think Hanisha knows, Hanisha can probably understand.
Competitive and cutthroat industry
it's very
sometimes,
competitive.
right?
Because you go into a casting, and then you are judged immediately. And then when we are rejected at such a young age, I took it quite hard. And that really affected my self-esteem as a teenager growing up. So during that time, I really took the rejection personally.
Yeah, of course. Yes.
But as I get older, then I understand that I need to love myself. We learn how to love ourselves more. But because of I was very active doing modeling, tapi not modeling like Hanisha, more of print ads and commercials. So I went to a lot of castings and they would actually tell you like, oh, sorry, you are not tall enough, you're not skinny enough, you are not the look that we are going for. So it was quite damaging for my self-esteem.
It's good to know that on the bright side, on the greener side, that things have changed, as Hanisha has mentioned.
Yes.
So yes, we have experienced some challenges and some moments where we were not accepted for who we are or how we look. But it's great to see that society today, we are changing our mindset, our mentality. So we're going to talk more about beauty standards and about what you have gone through in your journey in becoming beautiful women after this. Stay put. We're back on Women Talk talking about beauty standards. We were just talking about how the generation today and the society as a whole has now accepted a new beauty standard that is more wholesome, more diverse. And I can see, yes, our guests agree to that, of course. So we want to know about the Gen Z and the Gen Alpha today. As I talked about the new generation, right now the younger ones, they are challenging traditional beauty norms. So Camelia, since you are a beauty entrepreneur, what do you think beauty brands should be doing to run in tandem with what the Gen Zs and Gen Alphas want today?
Okay, so Gen Zs and Gen Alphas, they are different from millennials.
Yeah.
Our customers many of them are Gen Zs and Gen Alphas. So what I have observed from them, they value authenticity, they value authenticity, transparency. They do not really trust or they do not place importance on flawlessness, on perfection.
That doesn't matter anymore, right?
They embrace flaws. So I think in order for brands to run in tandem with these Gen Zs and Gen Alphas, what we should do is we should not lead with insecurity in our marketing messages.
Okay. Yep.
So what we should do is we should focus on community. So really replying to their messages, replying to their comments, and not just talking about beauty as physical beauty,
yes,
but we can also give advice on like mental health. We can have discussions.
We address the issues, the underlying issues beneath that layer of beauty, right?
So
yes, I'm not a Gen Z or a Gen Alpha, so I think what we can apply here is reverse mentoring, where we learn from the Gen Zs and Gen Alphas. I'm assuming you're the younger generation. We learn from them how to accept these new beauty standards, right? Hanisha, how would you define liberated beauty? Earlier in the show, I asked you how you define beauty, but now what about beauty that gives you liberation? What is that to you?
Guys, there's so much. There's so many terms these days. I don't even know. What does that mean? Please
something freeing,
Okay.
Something, where beauty, you're comfortable in your own skin. You don't care how you look. You can go out barefaced without makeup. Is that even possible?
I think that is
to
possible.
feel confident
Yeah,
still?
I think that is possible. I've been trying to do that. I've been trying
to.
I mean, everyone has like their own downfalls and stuff.
Course,
so
yes.
okay, now I'm like caught on like in my new era. So I've been like wanting to show people what I guess free beauty means, I guess. So
we're seeing like Hollywood celebrities going out on the red carpet without a single shade of makeup.
Pamela Anderson.
Right? Exactly.
Yeah. So I've been doing that. Okay, not wearing makeup is definitely me. I wear makeup whenever I'm like for work events,
Yes,
but
of course.
in daily life I don't really wear makeup. But I've been doing more like nature grounding. I love that now. I've been trying to really apply that to my social media, like encourage people to do that, because by doing that you're actually collecting your energy, your aura. I think lately I've been doing that. I've been smiling a lot. I feel lifted a lot. So it's something new. Surprisingly, people here in Malaysia, they find it weird. You buat apa tu? I dapat komen. Yeah.
What is that exactly? What are the activities that entail nature grounding?
Yeah, nothing. I was just, I was no slippers. I was just on the ground, on the grass, just laying down. And people thought I was crazy. On the comment section, people were, what are you doing? For what? Gatal.
Pakai cacing kan?
Yeah. It was so much. I'm like, okay, people are really not aware about grounding, the beauty of it.
Yes.
With you just collecting yourself, appreciating yourself and your time, your present. It's such a beautiful process. People just don't realize it yet.
I think bottom line is that, you do all of that without caring how you look.
Yeah, it's much more fun, babe. Seriously.
Okay, I'm going to try that after this. I think
It's
on a
healing.
nice day out.
It's healing, yeah.
Yeah. So Camellia, you yourself as a woman now, makeup is something very important to you as a person and also in your line, in your field, in your business. So caring for your self-worth is also very important because you say you have to stay authentic and all that. But how come? But how about days where sometimes you don't feel as beautiful as we should be? Sometimes we feel a little bit low. It might be because of something that happened or something. Sometimes it's just a mental breakdown that we're having.
For me, what helps a lot is, for Hanisha kan grounding kan.
Yeah.
For me, it's actually exercise.
Okay, that's a good thing.
Because it
Thing to
releases
resort to.
endorphins.
Yes,
It releases
yeah.
endorphins. So I like to work out, spinning, weight training. So when I do that, macam mana kita rasa more positive. And then that is part of taking care of myself juga. Like Hanisha has grounding, so I have exercise. So I think that is part of my self-care routine.
All right, now we're talking about all the good stuff, the glitzy side of beauty and the positive things that can come from it when we accept who we are, and that beauty comes in all kinds of forms, right? But what about those women and also men who sometimes, we're not perfect human beings, but sometimes, especially when we go through social media, we scroll our feeds, we see very, very beautiful people, and we feel like that's something that we cannot attain, that we cannot achieve, and that really affects our self-esteem, our self-confidence.
Comparison kills happiness. The moment you start to compare your life to anyone that you see on social media, that's it. Your life is ruined basically, because I don't think everyone can I can never enjoy what you have. because that's your life. And you might not enjoy what I have, because like you said just now, you wanted to try modeling, but it doesn't work for you. But it worked for me, see what I mean? So I guess in the end, it's just live life the way you want it, however you feel like it, no matter who you are. If you feel like you're a diva, then go live life, be a diva. And if you're
Why not? It's your life.
If you're an introvert, go live life, read a book in the library. Who cares?
Yes,
Doesn't matter.
Yes.
As long as you live life. I really want to like put this beauty aside and just making sure everyone appreciate life more instead of beauty.
That's so important.
People are really missing out in life.
I do agree with Hanisha, whatever she said just now. So to all of these people, whether they are young or they are a bit older, I think it's normal to feel that way because every day we are being fed these unattainable beauty standards.
We're being judged sometimes
yes,
too.
We're being judged, we're being fed these unattainable beauty standards. So we really have to educate people that these, how do you say it? We really need to educate people that not everyone is looking like that all the time.
In
So
reality,
you have
exactly.
makeup, you have filters. So we really need to remind people that of the normal beauty of what everyone looks like without filters. We always make sure to post unfiltered raw skin. Wear tests on real skin. Whether you have acne or whatever your skin tone is, we post the real skin texture.
That's terrific. That's a great message to put out there, to spread awareness and to also break some of the myths of beauty that we once lived by. So thank you to Hanisha and Camelia for being here on Women Talk, talking about beauty standards. Thank you for showing us that beauty just isn't about how we look, but it's about how we feel, how we act, and what we think. And with intention, with power, and most importantly, with truth. That is beauty. Now, to all of you, don't forget to follow us on social media. We are at Women Talk TV3 and TV3 Malaysia. Thank you for spending your time with all of us talking about beauty. Stay beautiful, stay radiant, stay true to yourself. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye, everyone.